Another day and another crazy, unusual, and in this case, very expensive smartphone. This one is courtesy of Mr. Willie Doo, who keeps bringing the heat. 8848. Does that not inspire confidence? 8848 is the number of feet to the peak of Mount Everest. Because this is the peak of smartphone engineering and advancement. 6 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, about $1,900, almost $2,000. Mr. Worldwide, this is the smartphone for you. See how they do that when you pay money? You don't struggle with boxes, that's what you do. Leather. Woo! Ooh, luxurious. Oh my goodness, look at the, wow. Leather as well. Genuine? Rounded buttons for the volume up and down. So that's the camera unit there. And the flash is over here. Snapdragon 835. Not the top tier Snapdragon, but an 835 in here. Camera on the rear is 12 megapixels. What about the front selfie camera? 16 megapixels, 3450 milliamp hour battery. Let's be honest, you're trying to send a message with this guy. You're trying to let people know something is different about you when you hold this baby up. Ooh. A screen protector is included. You're gonna need a power brick, reminiscent of the device itself, inspired Type-C cable to charge it up, a wired headset using the Type-C connector. These look like a black version of Apple Earpods. Ooh. Now you can see by default, we're set up in Chinese here. I'm gonna switch it over to English, if I can. Oh God, oh my God. Here we go. This could be a cut, this is a cut. You can see there's a whole theme skin situation going on. Analog looking clock at the top, which I'm starting to realize is kind of a signature of the brand. Analog graphic there as well. How do I control it though? Look at this. I can modify what's on the back. Bunch of clock faces to choose from. Let's try that one. The color ring. Look at this. So if you have this upside down, you get the call ID on the back. And you have VIP contacts, which ring a different color. Harass call. You don't want them. Look at that mechanical beast. What? That's for the real gangsters, obviously. Here's a bit more modern. And that's for the crazy dudes. That's for the dudes with face tattoos. Oh my goodness gracious. That's unique. That's a nice touch. Some pretty intense security settings as well. Anti-fraud, antivirus, intercept. It's like in one of those action movies. Intercept the call. We're 4 minutes in. Keep them on the line. Android version 8.1. Okay, now what about the camera? I don't know what a griddle is. Oh, it's a grid. They call the grid a griddle, like Golden Griddle. Are they still around, Golden Griddle? Interesting. There's no like beauty thing or anything flashy like that. May have cleaned me up a little bit or softened my skin. I'm not really sure. But the beard hair test is in full effect. No portrait mode even. Ooh, can you see the texture there? In the leather of the box. You know what? I've seen worse. It's pretty decent. Granted, the device is very expensive, so it should be decent. Still not really the reason you pick up this phone. You pick up this phone because it looks like no other phone. From a distance, you know it's something different. Now, I do want to check out the fingerprint scanner. So it's a really big fingerprint scanner. All right, let's lock it. You know what? Not the fastest ever. Not the slowest. I know some people really like to have the scanner on the front still. I got really used to having it on the back, to be honest. Of course, in the case of this phone, not exactly an option. Okay, let's check out the speakers real quick. We gotta do that. Wait, what is this button? This button just gives you a quick change of theme. It just gives you a fresh one. Look at that. That's like a work and play situation. You have like a work profile, then you hit the button, and you go to play mode. Maybe this is off hours. Here's a good video for you.
It is small. I'll just put that on top. That's a quarter. So
where is the speaker? Hold on. Interesting. It's firing.
Appears to be as a
I guess I can cover them like this, but
as you know,
here
it's very important to
and
me.
there. That's kind of cool, actually.
Speakers
sound pretty good. It's equally firing out of both sides, which is kind of like a stereo. It's like a portrait stereo mode, which is not something I've seen before. It's an unusual implementation. I mean, what's the story of this phone? Obviously, it's very expensive. It's like $2,000, and it doesn't even have the latest processor in it. So it's a really weird thing to evaluate. It's not even about some crazy screen to body ratio. I think the pitch here is luxurious materials, an experience which feels expensive when you hold it. Weirdly, I'm kind of into it. I don't really know why. Maybe it's just that so many of these smartphone slabs are looking the same these days. To hold on to something that's so obviously different is just kind of exciting, I guess. That must be it. Would I spend $2,000 on it? Probably not. But I kind of like the fact that it exists in a world full of rectangles. You got this, and I like things that are weird. There you have it, 8848. They breathe the rarefied air that you might find at the top of Mount Everest. Boom.